Thailand, a country where the monarchy isn't just a figurehead, but a revered institution deeply woven into the fabric of everyday life. For centuries, the royal family has been the embodiment of Thai culture, tradition, and unity. But behind the opulent walls of the palace, a shocking scandal unfolded that would shake the very foundations of this sacred institution. Why did the King of Thailand, a man known for his strict adherence to tradition and honor, disown his 4 sons from his second wife? And why, in a move that left many baffled, did he allow his daughter to continue living in luxury? Today, we explore the complex web of power, loyalty, and cultural expectations that led to this unprecedented decision. The king's marriage to his second wife. The story begins with what many in Thailand once believed was a fairy tale. The King of Thailand, a man revered for his wisdom and leadership, shocked the nation when he married a commoner as his second wife. This union was seen as a bold move, a departure from the traditions that had governed the royal family for generations. The people, captivated by the romance, saw in this marriage a symbol of the changing times, a monarchy that was not just a relic of the past but a living institution adapting to the modern world. But as with many fairy tales, this one harbored its own set of complications. The king's marriage to a commoner was not just a personal choice, it was a statement to the nation. It signified a break from the rigid class structures that had long defined Thai society, suggesting a more inclusive future where love could transcend societal boundaries. The birth of the children, sons and daughter. From this union were born 5 children, 4 sons and 1 daughter. Each child was seen as a precious extension of the royal lineage, the future of the monarchy resting on their young shoulders. The nation watched with bated breath as these children grew, each one embodying the hopes and dreams of a people who had placed their faith in the royal family. The sons, especially, were viewed as potential heirs, the ones who would carry on the legacy of the king. The daughter, on the other hand, was seen as a symbol of grace and continuity, her future less about ruling and more about representing the softer, more nurturing side of the monarchy. But as the years passed, the fairy tale began to unravel. The downfall, rumors and scandals. Whispers began to circulate within the palace walls, rumors that would eventually seep into the public consciousness. The king's second wife, once adored by the people, found herself at the center of scandal. Allegations of disloyalty, both personal and political, began to surface. These rumors were more than just gossip, they were a direct threat to the stability and sanctity of the royal family. In a society where the concept of face or maintaining honor is of utmost importance, such allegations could not be taken lightly. The king, faced with a growing crisis, was forced to make a decision that would alter the course of his family's history. The once beloved wife fell out of favor, her position in the palace becoming increasingly precarious. The sons, once seen as the future of the monarchy, were now viewed through a lens of suspicion and distrust. The fairy tale had turned into a cautionary tale, one where the personal choices of the royal family had profound implications not just for themselves but for the entire nation. And as the scandal grew, the king's next move would leave the nation and the world in shock. To understand the gravity of the king's decision to disown his 4 sons, we must first delve into the deeply ingrained cultural concept of face in Thai society. In Thailand, maintaining face refers to preserving one's dignity, honor, and reputation, both personally and publicly. It's a fundamental principle that governs social interactions, where losing face can lead to shame and social ostracization. The royal family, as the highest symbol of Thai identity and honor, is expected to uphold these values to the fullest. Any action perceived as dishonorable not only tarnishes the individual involved but also reflects poorly on the entire institution of the monarchy. This is why the rumors and scandals surrounding the king's second wife and her sons were not just personal matters, they were seen as a potential threat to the very fabric of Thai society. For the king, allowing these allegations to go unaddressed would mean risking the loss of face for himself and the monarchy. In a society where public perception is everything, such a loss could undermine the people's trust in the royal family and destabilize the nation's social order. Thus, the king's decision to disown his sons was likely driven by a desire to protect the honor of the monarchy and, by extension, the stability of the country. The role of the royal family in Thai society. The Thai royal family is not just a figurehead, it plays a crucial role in unifying the nation. Throughout history, the monarchy has been seen as a stabilizing force, a source of moral guidance, and a protector of the Thai way of life. The king, in particular, is revered almost as a divine figure, and his actions are scrutinized closely by both the public and the government. Given this, the royal family's behavior must align with the highest moral standards. The king's marriage to a commoner was already seen as a significant departure from tradition, and the subsequent scandals only added to the scrutiny. The disownment of the sons, therefore, can be seen as a move to reassert the royal family's commitment to the values that the Thai people hold dear. This decision also underscores the immense pressure on the royal family to embody the nation's ideals. In Thailand, where the monarchy is intertwined with national identity, any sign of weakness or moral failure within the royal family can have far-reaching consequences. By disowning his sons, the king was making a statement: the integrity of the monarchy must be preserved at all costs, even if it means making painful personal sacrifices. Gender roles in Thai society. For the king, the decision to disown his sons was undoubtedly a painful one. As a father, he would have grappled with the emotional burden of turning his back on his own flesh and blood. Yet, as a monarch, he had to prioritize the welfare of the nation and the preservation of the monarchy above all else. The daughter, who remained within the royal fold, also faced a complex emotional landscape. While she retained her status and privileges, the estrangement of her brothers would have created a sense of isolation and possibly guilt. Her place in the royal family was secure, but the family unit itself had been irrevocably fractured. This period marked a significant shift in the dynamics of the royal family, with the once tight-knit group now divided by scandal and loss. The emotional scars left by this event would linger long after the public had moved on to other stories. Political ramifications. The disownment of the four sons also had significant political ramifications. The Thai monarchy, while mostly symbolic, holds considerable influence over the nation's politics and social fabric. The king's decision sent a clear message to both the royal court and the broader political landscape: the monarchy's honor would be preserved at all costs, even if it meant making personal sacrifices. This move likely strengthened the king's position, demonstrating his willingness to act decisively in the face of scandal. It also served as a warning to others within the royal court who might have been involved in similar misconduct. The message was clear: the monarchy would not tolerate behavior that could tarnish its reputation. But why did the king's daughter remain unaffected by this decision? To answer this, we must consider the traditional gender roles in Thai culture, especially within the context of the royal family. Historically, Thai society has been patriarchal, with men holding the majority of power and influence. This is particularly true in the context of succession and inheritance, where sons are often seen as the primary heirs to a family's legacy. However, the royal family has often been an exception to this rule, with female members playing significant roles in the kingdom's history. In this case, the daughter was not seen as a direct threat to the throne or the integrity of the monarchy in the same way her brothers were. While the sons were expected to carry on the royal lineage and embody the values of the monarchy, the daughter's role was different. She was seen as a symbol of continuity and grace, someone who could uphold the royal family's image without challenging the status quo. Moreover, in recent years, there has been a growing recognition of the importance of women in leadership roles, both in Thailand and globally. The daughter's continued presence in the royal family can be seen as a reflection of this shift. While her brothers were cast out, she remained, perhaps seen as more aligned with the evolving values of modern Thai society. The influence of Buddhism. Another crucial aspect to consider is the influence of Buddhism on the king's decision. Buddhism is the dominant religion in Thailand, and its teachings deeply influence the nation's values and way of life. Concepts such as karma, dharma, duty, and the importance of ethical conduct are central to Buddhist thought, and these principles are often reflected in the actions of the royal family. In Buddhist teachings, actions have consequences, and maintaining a pure and virtuous life is paramount. The scandals involving the king's second wife and sons could have been seen as actions that generated negative karma, not only for the individuals involved but also for the monarchy as a whole. Disowning the sons could be interpreted as an attempt to restore balance and ensure that the royal family's karma remains positive. Furthermore, Buddhism places great emphasis on detachment from worldly desires and material possessions. The king's decision to strip his sons of their royal titles and privileges could be seen as an effort to encourage them to lead lives more in line with Buddhist teachings, free from the trappings of power and wealth. As we explore these cultural and social contexts, it becomes clear that the king's decision was not merely a personal or political one. It was deeply rooted in the values and beliefs that have shaped Thai society for centuries. In the next section, we'll delve into the immediate circumstances that led to the disownment and how this decision was received by the public and the media. The disownment of the four sons didn't happen overnight. It was the culmination of a series of events that pushed the king to make this drastic decision. The tensions within the royal family had been simmering for years, but they reached a boiling point when accusations of corruption, disloyalty, and misconduct surfaced, involving the king's second wife and her sons. These allegations were serious. They not only implicated the sons in acts that were deemed unworthy of their royal status but also cast a shadow over the entire royal household. In a monarchy as revered as Thailand's, where the family is expected to embody the nation's highest ideals, such accusations were nothing short of catastrophic. The king, known for his strict adherence to tradition and moral conduct, faced immense pressure from both within the palace and the broader Thai society. The preservation of the monarchy's integrity was at stake, and the king understood that swift and decisive action was necessary to protect the institution he had sworn to uphold. In a dramatic move, the king announced the disownment of his four sons. Stripped of their royal titles and privileges, they were effectively cut off from the royal family, a move that shocked the nation and sent ripples through the corridors of power. Public reaction and media coverage. The news of the disownment was met with a mixture of shock, disbelief, and confusion. For many Thai citizens, the royal family was a pillar of stability and continuity, and the idea that the king would sever ties with his own children was almost unthinkable. The media, both in Thailand and internationally, closely followed the story. In Thailand, where criticism of the monarchy is taboo due to strict lèse-majesté laws, the coverage was measured but rife with speculation. The state-controlled media focused on the king's need to maintain the sanctity of the royal family, while international outlets explored the possible reasons behind the drastic decision. On social media, however, the conversation was more candid. Many expressed sympathy for the sons, who were seen by some as victims of palace intrigue and harsh judgment. Others supported the king's decision, arguing that the integrity of the monarchy was more important than familial ties. Preservation of the monarchy and cultural legacy. One of the most significant aspects of the king's legacy will be his role in preserving the cultural and historical significance of the Thai monarchy. The disownment of his sons was a drastic measure, but it also underscored his commitment to upholding the traditions and values that have long defined the royal family. As we reflect on the disownment of the king's four sons and the impact it has had on the royal family, it becomes clear that the Thai monarchy is at a crossroads. The decision to sever ties with his sons was a bold and controversial move that highlighted the complexities of balancing tradition with the demands of modern leadership. The king's legacy will be remembered for his commitment to preserving the integrity of the monarchy, even in the face of personal sacrifice. His decision has set the stage for a new era in the royal family, where the future will be shaped by the remaining members, particularly his daughter, who continues to carry the mantle of royalty. The continuing evolution of the Thai monarchy. The role of public perception. Public perception will be crucial in determining the future of the monarchy. While the Thai royal family has long been revered, the disownment of the four sons introduced new complexities into the relationship between the monarchy and the people. For many, the king's decision was seen as a necessary step to protect the integrity of the monarchy. However, others viewed it as a harsh and unforgiving move, raising questions about the balance between duty and compassion within the royal family. Going forward, the monarchy will need to focus on rebuilding and maintaining public trust. This will involve not only continuing the royal family's long-standing tradition of public service but also being more transparent and responsive to the concerns of the Thai people. The future of the monarchy will also depend on its ability to engage with younger generations, who may have different expectations and values compared to their elders. By finding ways to connect with these new audiences while staying true to its cultural and historical roots, the monarchy can continue to play a vital role in Thai society. Conclusion: reflections on a complex legacy, a monarchy at a crossroads.